Hey, hello, how are you? I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me for a little bit. My name is Autumn Ashley, and today I am coming at you with a midnight writing vlog. Okay, I kind of lied. It's going to be writing and everything else I do throughout the night. Now let me explain. I am a night shifter in a hospital. I worked last night. I am off tonight now, but I do work tomorrow night. So instead of flipping my schedule for absolutely no reason, I'm going to be staying up all night. It is currently 1 o'clock exactly in the morning. I want to show you guys what I do as a night shifter who is a part-time writer, sort of part-time-ish writer, on the nights when I have to stay up all night because I work the next night. I want to start off my night with editing a video. I have the rough cut already done. I just want to do some last minute inserts with a little bit of music and captions and things like that. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'll edit this video until about maybe 2:30. I want to do writing while I'm still semi-awake and I'm feeling creative. And then I will end the night with a little bit of reading. Throughout the night, I do certain tasks where I will like clean the kitchen, do some laundry, other little household things. Definitely not vacuum. I am not that neighbor. I've also been talking to my critique partner. I had an extremely low battery earlier and I wasn't able to read some of her last messages that she sent me. So I think before we dive into everything today, I need to listen to her video or her voice messages and then respond to her. That's what we have going on. It's exciting, isn't it? The rough cut of the video. The video is going to be, I believe it's last week's video. It's what comes next after Camp Nano and everything. So if you haven't seen that video, I will leave that linked in the description box below. I am so freaking cold. I always forget that my partner turns the AC down dramatically. They can't sleep unless it's practically snowing inside. I'm so cold. I think I need to make some hot tea or something. This water just is not cutting it because this water is just absolutely cold and it's cold in here. My nose is frozen. I need to go make some tea. Or yeah, because it's a little too late for coffee. I said hot tea, but I think we have hot chocolate. Stay tuned for that. So I finished this rough cut. I have a new outro and I think it's really cute and bubbly and it's a little more fantasy-ish and that's what I was going for. It's almost 2 o'clock now. I think I need to rewatch this video a couple more times, well at least once tonight. So far it's about 20 minutes long and I want to add a few transitions and things like that. But let's make some hot chocolate. And if we don't have hot chocolate, I'm going to be really upset. When I said that I wanted to make hot chocolate, now it's kind of in my mind. I am going into the abyss. You can see me in the background. That's hilarious. I need to be quiet. And it's the kind with the marshmallows. I have about 20 minutes left until I want to move on to doing something else. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish all of the edits that I want to do to this video, but that's fine because I still have Friday morning and afternoon and evening when I get back from work. Cheers, hot chocolate, and I'll see you then. Just finished editing. Not the entire video, but I'm about halfway through that video. On Friday, I can just jump into working on editing that video, go ahead and get it up. We're done with doing the video for tonight. Let's go ahead and save the project before I forget. It is actually 2:45 in the morning, so I went about 15 minutes more, but I wanted to make it halfway through the video. Now that I'm done with that, I'm still fine. I'm still on schedule, technically, because I only needed to do 3 things tonight. But the next one that I want to do is write. I'm going to work on writing now. I'm a little impartial. I don't know if I want to go ahead and start working on a little bit for this new story, on that Sacrifice Revenge story. I usually like to start working on a story when I have a playlist of some kind, some music that I can listen to, because that really gets me into the mindset of the story. I do have some notes that I took And between you and I, these ideas that are on these sheets of paper, I thought of these while I was at work one night. I was just sitting there and I was doing work, and then just these random scenes and these possible ideas started coming to me. There's some on here, some here, here, and then this is a big sheet of paper with ideas. I feel like maybe I can just write all of these ideas down in a Google Doc. I did already make a Google Doc for this new story, so maybe I can just go ahead and fill in some of these ideas into that Google Doc, see how I feel. I don't really want to build a playlist quite yet because I want to take my time building this playlist and come up with a really strong atmosphere and what exactly I'm thinking for this story. I don't know if I want to do that currently right now at 3:30 in the morning. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But then I'm also thinking that I would like to start Act 2 of Project Burning Roses because I've taken a break from that story and I feel like it's been going on 2 weeks now. The last time I worked on that story was July 31st and it is currently August 11th. It's been almost 2 weeks since I've worked on that story. I don't know if I should work on that story, if I should make some progress with Act 2. I don't know. I don't know. I have figured out what I want to do. I'm going to turn on very softly, since my partner's sleeping, as well as probably everybody else in the apartment complex. I'm going to turn on the Shire music very softly, just to get myself into the fantasy headspace and see what I come up with. I think what I should do is go ahead and type up all of the notes that I have for my new story so I can get rid of these loose pieces of paper before I lose anything important. I did bring out these two books, Save the Cat Writes a Novel and then Story Genius. I do want to use these for plotting my new story. I do have Brandon Sanderson's notes that I took on his lectures from YouTube. I do have these notes too that I could run through. Maybe we should start on the new story. This is what we're gonna do. This is what's happening. I'm going to write out all of the notes on these loose leaf papers, have the Shire music going, see where we're at in about 30 minutes, reevaluate life, and then decide if we want to keep working on this new story or if we should slowly start getting back into Act 2 of Project Burning Roses. Let's just do that. Try to be quiet as I turn on the TV.
Take your videos offline and watch
It's on 4 and it's the Shire music from the Lord of the Rings. I have a Google Doc already for my new project. I think I need to organize that, get these notes organized into it, and then see where we're at. As you can see in the background, I actually had to pull out my space heater because it's gotten really, really cold and I had to put on another pair of pants, which is funny. So I have these like sweatpants on and then my yoga pants on underneath and then, you know, the sweatshirt, and I'm about to turn on my space heater after I give you guys this update. It's been actually 45 minutes. This whole brainstorming process has been going extremely well. I wrote out everything on those sheets of paper. I can discard those pieces of paper. They are no longer needed. I've been writing out some of these ideas, but some of these ideas feel like they could be really good plot points. And part of how I want to plot this new story is very loosely use the 3-act 9 block 27 chapter structure that Catatastic uses. I will leave her video linked in the description box below if you're not quite sure what I'm talking about. She does a very great overview of explaining what exactly the outlining method is. I think I want to lay out some of these ideas in my head and see where they would be in the story. I've been doing a lot. I've gone through all of my notes for Brandon Sanderson and I'm trying to break things up with characters, setting, and plot, and dumping all of the ideas that I have, any of those possibilities out. I'm writing out Save the Cat, so who could be my hero, and then the 3 essential things that they'll need, what their want would be, what their problem would be, and the last one, which I forgot, and their need. I'm writing all of this out and I'm trying to pick. I'm not exactly sure even who my main character is. I have a few characters that are on the plate. I just don't know which one would make the best main character. This is what I'm saying. This is a very, very bare bones new idea. So I'm just gonna keep on rolling and see what else I can come up with. I'm coming up with some more ideas with the plot as well. But besides that, that's that's my report. That's all I have for you right now. It is 4:18 in the morning and the laundry just stopped. So I'm gonna go change that out. We're just gonna keep piling. We're just gonna keep piling. Plowing through. How am I feeling? I don't know what words are. So that's either very good or very bad. But really, I feel fine. I do this all the time. So I'm not like that worried about my sleep or whatever. But I have probably another 4 hours to go before I can go back to sleep. One more thing before we proceed. I've been listening to the shower music. It's great. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. I love it so much. But it's got 8 minutes left and I want to change the song. We're gonna try this one. I'm gonna leave this one linked in the description box below as well as the shower music. But this one is classical music for writing, and is it Haladon Music that I think is the channel that has this music. So this is going surprisingly well. Crooked. I'm literally sitting here looking at the screen and thinking, and then looking at the TV screen and thinking, and then writing down some of these ideas. What I'm staring at here on my screen is the 3-act, 9-block, 27-chapter structure, like a blank document for that, and thinking about some of the plot points, some of the key things that are happening, and where I think that that would happen in the story. I've got about 20 or so ideas, potential story ideas, plot ideas, as well as like for characters. And then here I wrote out, it's not pretty, it's just me thinking what the prologue could be if I want that to be told in a completely different perspective as like the rest of the story, and then what I want the first few chapters to be going back in time, and then a few bullet points for Act 2, what I'm thinking the midpoint would possibly be. For Act 3 there is something that could potentially be for the darkest moment. So right now it's all, I don't even want to say it's all jumbled. Like I feel like I have a pretty good solid idea of where this whole story could go. I'm just trying to think of pacing wise, which is why I'm looking at this 3-act, 9-block, 27-chapter structure blank outline. I still have Brandy Sandy's notes from his lecture. I've done a teeny tiny bit of research, and this is not a spoiler. I've been talking to you guys a little bit about the story, so you know it is about sacrifice. I've done just a little bit of research because I don't want to get too bogged down in doing nitty-gritty research, but I did a little bit of research on what exactly does a sacrifice mean, and then throughout history, why has that been a thing? This is not historical fiction or anything like that, but it's good to know those kinds of things and the roots of those things, building a story. I'm learning quite a bit too. I have my Pinterest board up. I did make a new Pinterest board for this new project, but it's got like 6 pins. It's 5:15 in the morning. I should be winding down. Should be. I think I want to go until about 6 o'clock. Give me about another 45 minutes of working on this new story. Then I think I will try to finish the book that I was talking about earlier, Come Back to Me. That's what I should do. I think it's still dark outside, but yeah, that's where we're at right now. It is 5:15 in the morning and I am wide awake. If I would be at work right now, I would have been idling since about 3 this morning. It is 6 o'clock in the morning and it's still not light outside. I'm getting a little sleepy. I spent the last 45 minutes reading a little bit more about sacrifice rituals, kind of how it was back in the day, and it's not the most thrilling and exciting and happy things to read. That's gonna be it for writing today, but I am going to fold the laundry now, figure out where I'm gonna put it, since I usually fold the laundry on the bed, but I have no bed because there's a person in it sleeping. I want to come back, sit down, and finish reading that story, Come Back to Me. I think that's all the stuff that I wanted to work on tonight. I just finished folding the laundry and I wanted to show you guys this. You're probably not gonna be able to see it, but the sun is rising. It's 6:22. You've been up all night with me. You're so kind. I wanted to give you guys that the beautiful sunrise here that's heavily overcast, but look at that. It is light outside. It's almost 7 o'clock. My partner has gone for the day and I ended up making eggs because I know I'm gonna be up for a couple more hours. So I figured I would go ahead and eat quote unquote breakfast, in parentheses dinner. Now, typically on a day that I work, I will be winding down to go to bed between 8 and 8:30 in the morning. I usually have to be to work by 4:30 p.m. but today I can go into work later, so I have to stay up a little bit later. I guess I'll just go ahead and end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a little while. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments how you're doing with all of your writing projects. What's a book that you are currently reading? Let me know all the details. If you're not subscribed and you want to be part of my crazy, wild, fun, chaotic writing journey, go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. I will see everybody in my next video. Bye.